think. I can't do supers, I've only got one hand. I slip out. Whoop. Hey everyone, welcome to Review Time. I am as always your host, I Slip Coco Liso. And today I'm going to be reviewing what I consider my first Beast Hunters purchase. The Target exclusive Abomination aside, this is my first actual full-sized or greater Beast Hunters purchase, and that would be the Beast Hunters Supreme Class Optimus Prime. And that is the box he comes in, and how you can kind of see me. Thank God it's not more reflective, because you would just be thrown up right now. But here is the box. It's very nicely done up. The truck looks pretty good-ish. Definitely much better than what you actually get, but we'll come to that later. Here we go with the side of the box, and very nice looking figure. Again, not quite what you get. For one thing, those are not present on the figure. Neither are these lights over here. And this is all black plastic, not chromed. The eyes are not blue as they are right here. So, yeah, the silvery gray is just not quite the same. This is, whatever. Little thing on the side, it says, outfitted with the supreme power of the fire breath cyclocannons. What? Whatever. Optimus Prime becomes a whirlwind of righteous devastation from which not even Predaking, trademark, can hide. So, yeah, tiny little blurb there, and then you get a bit more on the instructions. It has that Beast Hunters story thing. And here is where it tells you how to fire the gimmicks and everything. And even this looks better than what you actually get. And this is glowy, and it looks like his eyes are actually a red shade, and they're not. And all of this is kind of a silvery color. It's more gray. Here, the, let's bring this closer a bit. That's depicted as being translucent. It definitely is not. And the truck mode, well, there's a reason why they have this on the side of the truck mode. And they have it at this angle, and you'll see in a few minutes. Anyway, this is the instruction sheet, which I took out only once just to make sure I was placing the weaponry right on the truck mode. Alright, so if you want to, here we go. You can go ahead and pause the camera. Oops. And now you can pause the camera and pause the video and read it if you want to. Tells you how to replace the batteries. The instructions are of some flat gray model. Yeah, this thing, let me bring this thing up. This thing makes a great Optimus Prime. Great Optimus Prime, great, really tall robot. Let's zoom it out just a little bit. It's a pretty big robot. It's fairly posable. It's a Supreme Class. It is. I measured it against another figure which fits in the Supreme Class range, which is G1 Star Convoy, and they're almost the same size. Actually, the only real difference is that the head is shorter, smaller. But otherwise, this guy is about the same size as the MPO-1, MPO-4 Masterpiece Convoy. So yeah, they fit in the Supreme scale. Now, I got this guy. I'm going to gloat in a second, so, bear with me, but I got this guy for $18. I did not pay the $59 that Target and everybody else is charging for this figure. This figure is worth the $18. This figure looks great. This robot mode is awesome. The robot mode, even with that stupid dragon gimmick thing, I mean, if you put it, it looks okay, I guess, but it doesn't come off. It's attached, and that sucks. I would love for it to have been detachable and to be able to be swapped out with, I don't know, wings. But, pretty nice. He looks really cool. He comes with accessories. He comes with these stupid looking missiles that go inside the little dragon heads here. Get 5 of them, and then you can just fire them off however you want to. They're really dumb. Oh, and here we have a close-up of what's supposed to be that translucent missile. And it kind of has a sort of a dragon face. Let's see if I can... You can see sort of the dragon face. Not really cool. I'll go with more details on the actual figure because there's a few. Let's move this up some. And basically what you're doing is you get this handle, and this handle's not attached. You have to attach the handle. You turn it this way until that pops down. And then when you push this activates a lever, and they shoot out. So, and then you've got this prime, and I like to have this sort of like this, so it's even, and the little head isn't sticking down, and it kind of looks okay like that. I'm trying to figure out a way to get, if I could get more of these, somehow attaching them to this wheel, and then he would have his, little wings and stuff. It's got his sword. You can put it in his hand. It looks pretty nice. It is unfortunately... Do I have the line on? Yeah. It is unfortunately gray plastic. It's a silvery gray plastic, at least. If you put this has two handles. It has, the handle has a peg. You can put the peg on a side, which is what I would suggest you do, or you can put this in the hand, but don't put it too far down because it will be a pain in the butt to get out, and you will actually risk ripping the peg off of the handle off of the shield. So let's take a look at some of the details then, shall we? So we've got the shield, and it looks a lot more silvery than it actually is. It is kind of it's a gray with some silver specks in it. With the light hitting it, it looks very silvery. But believe me, it's a lot flatter than this normally. You can see it looks sort of like a dragon head, maybe Predaking's head, flattened. Maybe I'll go over with a marker and pick out the eyes and go over this whole thing. So you got that. You've got this sword, which has some nice molded in detail. Teeth on the top, nice bladey, hooky bits, and whatever that is. And this whole thing, and I thought maybe there was a way to attach this to Prime. It looks like a wrench kind of thing. It's just very strange. But, and I don't know if I'll be able to show this, but let's see if I can get this the right way. I think that's the right way. I don't know if that's showing very well, but there's like a dragon head on the end of that. Oh no, it's upside down. There we go. Dragon head on the end of that. I thought that's pretty cool. At first it looked like somebody chewed it up. I was a little upset, but okay. Now we went over some of the gimmicks with the figure. We'll go over the other gimmick, which is the light up eyes and chest. If you push this down, let's turn this off. Let's plank this down some. Okay, and do this. And it lights up, and it lights up nicely. The only problem is, again, for some reason, they've gone with green. Why not blue? It's on the show. It's blue. Why don't we go with blue? But for whatever reason, they keep going with this stupid green. So, bring in the face a bit. Let's see if we can. It's a nicely molded face, and at first I thought I was going to be upset because there's no faceplate, but I actually prefer it without the faceplate. I don't know if that makes any sense, but now again, like the picture of the bot mode had lights going up and down this up here, not there. But otherwise, let's see. Rotates 360, nice ratcheties. Head rotates, and it does kind of look down because of the transformation, but it does not look up. It only goes that far because I guess of the lights and the sounds. It doesn't really go 360. Arms do rotate at 360 as long as you don't bang them into that thing. You got the shoulder thing that does like this. You can open the arms out that far, rotate them 360 at the upper bicep, bend them at the elbow, rotate. Can you rotate? I could have sworn that the fists rotate. Apparently they don't. Okay. Well, the fists don't rotate. This is supposed to be a Supreme class figure. The fists should rotate. They should do more than just this little nubby thing. Also, why are the hands not articulate? $59, and the hands are not articulate. The toy does not feel like a $50 toy. It does not. And then the peg things, they come out really easily. But because of that, you can get more of a outside motion, I guess. He does have, excuse me, I burped. He has a waist a waist swivel due to transformation, but it's a little awkward. Sorry. I know that's a little close. Okay. My arms are just not that long. I'm not like Emgo, who's like 6'5" or something. But you can see you can rotate them, but it looks a little odd because it leaves this big space. It's not like the rotation is more towards the rear instead of in the center of when you turn it. So when you turn it, his whole body kind of slides over sideways, like it looks like it's going to slide off his lower half, his upper half. Legs forward, nice kicking motion, and I like the way the legs look, big and stocky. Back all the way, bends at the knee, and that's about it. But it is enough that if you want to, you can just, get him up and get him you can get him in a decent pose. If I can get him back a little bit more. A decent pose. Get these bits in there. And he will hold other weapons with 5mm peg holes, pegs, so you can see he can do so. And he poses nice. Let's get some more size comparisons going because not everybody has Star Convoy. So let's get him in a stock stance. Move him back. There we go. Move him back, and that's the only way to get all of them in there. We did Star Convoy. That would be like so, and he's a little shorter at the head, but nonetheless still supreme. Let's go with a Masterpiece figure. Masterpiece Grimlock, which is about leader class. Maybe half a head shorter than what a Revenge of the Fallen leader class figure would be. So we got a leader class figure, and he's much bigger. Awesome. Let's go with a current Voyager class, and unfortunately I couldn't dig out any of my other Voyagers, so we're going to go with Soundwave. So you can see he is about almost twice the size of a Voyager class figure. And just because, why not let us go with a current generation's deluxe size figure. Might be a little small, but it might be the right size. But we'll just... And there is Orion Pax. So any other figure would be maybe half a head, a full head taller from the other deluxe lines, from the other lines, which would basically mean that at best they might come up to the top of his shin guard, knee guard, at best. So he's a pretty sizable figure. Now, here we go on to the part I don't care for, the truck mode, and I'm gonna alter this just a wee bit, just so I can get in there and hopefully get everything in. So, we take out, oh fudge, I put it all the way in again. Oh crap. Ugh. Whoops. Alright, so you take those out, and what are you going to do? The first thing I guess you do is just straighten out the arms and fold down, fold down these bits. You're going to pull this thing back and leave it hanging for now, so this loosens up this piece here. You're going to take that and flip it up and push it down, and bye-bye goes Optimus' head. And right there, he looks like he could be animated Optimus right there. What you're going to do is we're going to take that, and we're just going to use that to rotate this all over, and we'll just get that out of the way for now. We're going to take the arms, fold them straight like so, and rotate them, right? Yeah. Rotate them so that the fist is facing in. So, out like this, rotate them like that, so the fists are facing in. Then you're going to bring these all the way around, and the tops of the shoulders will fit into a hole right here. You just bring that around and pop that in, and then you can go ahead and bring this part over, and there are there are these pegs that will slot into holes there and there. So you're just going to get them to do their jobs. Alrighty. So now you've got a standing half a truck thing. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come to the feet. And you're going to pull this up. Pull that up out of the feet. You're going to rotate this over like so. Let's zoom back out again. Sorry about the mess behind the bed thing. We'll just go this way. So anyway, let's do that again. You're going to take the foot, bring that up, rotate this all the way around, and then you're going to flip this out. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side. Bring it up, rotate it around, flip this, and then you can just peg everything together. There's a slot thing there that pegs in there, and there and at the bottom. And take this part, and you're going to fit the pieces together like so. And there you've got the grill of the truck, basically. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to straighten this part out, and there are peg holes here, there are pegs here. You're going to, and the pegs look like they have stress marks on them already. I've only transformed them once, and then you're just going to slide them in like so. Bring this up and over, and this is your truck mode. Yeah, this is your truck mode. Let's focus. your truck mode, which is horrendous. To be honest with you, this is the worst truck mode I think I've ever seen on a Transformer. It literally looks like Optimus Prime is just bending his arms and legs like that, just straight back. They're not even trying to hide them. They're just there. They're just there. And then what you do is you take one of these guys and you plug them in over there. So there is weapon storage, so that's pretty cool. Weapon storage, I guess. And you take this guy here and plug them over here, and that looks a little bit better than that. So if they would have included two of these and maybe not the shield, that would have probably worked out a lot better. So then you've got this thing here. And so now this is the truck mode. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Isn't that is ridiculous? $60 toy, and this is the truck mode. Yeah, and look. You can see my fingers right through. Hello. This, it's like they said, you know, screw it. We're just going to give him a great robot, and we're just going to, that's it. We'll give him a great robot, and then we'll just, I mean, Cyberverse figures transform better than this does. Seriously, Cyberverse legend-size figures transform better than this was. The DVD, that's all, folks. The Voyager figure is a much more accurate figure than this thing is. And yeah, the gimmick still works. You can bring this down and it will light up. You can bring it down a little bit and it will light up the thing. Let's do that and cover up. Sorry. Oops. It did work. Work it. Oh, I guess it doesn't work. So you don't even get the light up gimmick now. So yeah, it does roll. Well, kind of rolls. It does roll, but it's just the only reason I would have it in this mode is just to store it, to have it compact when I store it somewhere, because it's a pretty sizable figure. Now the truck mode is still pretty sizable. Here is again Orion packs for you know, size. I mean, and then what makes it worse is this handle, because now it looks like he's supposed to be a lunchbox or, you know, some kitty toy or something. It's just really horrible. So it's the weirdest thing. I have such mixed feelings about this. And here, just, you know, just to show you what it looks like, we'll go ahead and put the little green and silvery gold plastic, whatever color, bits in there, and now it looks even dumber. Here you go. So yeah, I'm very disappointed with this mode. The one good thing is, like, okay, this is what I meant to show you before and I forgot to. Oh, crap, let's get you out of there. I don't want you in there. Is the detail on that dragon head. It is gorgeous. It's too bad it's not picked out with paint, but, you know, I can take care of that. I think. I'm going to try. But, oh, awesome. I didn't even realize that. The dragon heads are different. So we got that dragon head there. And then this one here, which definitely looks different than the other one. And then this one, which kind of resembles the first one, but it has some differences, like the horn ridges are gone. And let's see, what about you? You are... Yep. This one is different as well. I mean, some of the differences are really minor, but yeah, there's 5 different. I didn't notice that before just now. So, but the look of this toy, the feel of the plastic is, it's definitely, I don't want to say a softer plastic, but it's just not normal plastic. It's got that we've made it for little kids so they can chuck it across the room at each other feel to it. So, But for $18, let's get him back in his robot mode. This is depressing. For $18, this guy was definitely worth. It was definitely worth the $18 I paid. $1 in tax. I paid $19 on Amazon for this figure, and definitely worth it. Just for the robot mode. I mean, the rest of it, not good. The rest, the vehicle mode, horrendous. But the robot mode and just this sword here, that's worth the $18. The transformation, this is the weirdest thing, and I said this on Facebook. Those of y'all on Facebook who are on my Facebook know that this is a great robot. I said this was a great robot, but it sucks as a transformer. And I mean that. The robot mode is damn near perfect. I mean, it could use a little more attention to detail, but for the most part, this is a very, very, very close figure to the character. And you know, unless you had the animation model and everything right in front of you, you probably wouldn't even notice. And let's flip you up. That there were some discrepancies, some things left out. Could use a little more paint apps, that is the truth. But otherwise, this is a very awesome robot mode. Very awesome robot. It's just when you transform it, the transformation, first off, is not fun. It is very not fun. It is the opposite of fun. And it's the opposite of fun for the exact opposite reason that the Dark of the Moon movie, no, well, not the Dark of the Moon, well, I guess the Dark of the Moon, but the Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Prime wasn't fun to transform. This one is just too simple to transform. It's an insult. It feels like it's an insult to my intelligence. It's like, you know, we don't think you can actually do it, so we're going to make it as easy as possible because you're not going to get it. So, and the truck mode is horrendous. It's really dumb. So, the only reason that you're getting this is to have an Optimus figure. It's to have the robot. It's not to have a transformer. Because if you want a transformer, this is not a transformer. They say it's a transformer, but it transforms into nothing. It transforms into a bunch of crap on wheels. It's, you know, and for the asking price of $60, remember this thing is normally a little over 3 times the amount of money to get than I got it for. It's not worth it. This Grimlock here, you got almost the identical figure. With the silver and the gold chrome and the gimmicks and everything, and yeah, it's a little bit smaller, but it had a complex transformation, and it looks like the animation model with more detail in both modes, and that went for I think $60 here in the States, $60, and you got a masterpiece figure, which was a masterpiece. Now, $60 gets you this figure, which is a great looking Optimus figure, but for the price, it's lacking a lot of stuff. The paint is not good enough for $60. The gimmick, definitely not good enough for $60. It's interesting, but it's not, and it doesn't detach. That sucks too. No articulation in the hands. The feet, no real articulation in the feet. The legs move, the waist and everything move due to transformation. But even those all do not say this is a $60 toy. And for about $40 more, you could have gotten a Metroplex, which admittedly, some of his transformations weren't the strongest, but they were much better. They were more faithful to the original G1, which is what they were emulating. It had a lot more articulation, even though it couldn't stand very well. It had a lot more articulation. The fingers, at least, were articulate to a point. I mean, that was worth the money. that could have been worth more than the money. And the plastic, it felt good. It definitely didn't feel like little kid plastic. It didn't feel like little plastic toy car, just bash them together plastic. It felt like real plastic. This plastic here is better than the plastic on these figures, but nowhere near the quality of this G1 figure, or this figure, or even, to be honest with you, this figure here, which, yeah, if this figure were bigger, this figure would probably outweigh this figure. But, again, $18. For $18, this guy is worth the $18. $18 and get yourself a pen or a marker so you could, take care of the bit of drab. Maybe pick out some of the details. You got yourself an awesome buy for $18. Just don't transform him into the alt mode. Alright, so I'm iSlip, and at 30 minutes, I think that's long enough.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good morning, Cybertron! With your hosts, Kingston 333, Adam, Oscar, Max Ross Linden, Victor Mercy, Holson, Just 9 9s, T2 RX6, Skullface, Rain 9, Iceland Poco Liso, Dr. What, and Blunghole, the tapeworm of Unicron.